In the theater of war, some individuals not only participate, but redefine the very nature of conflict. Lieutenant Colonel Robert Blair Paddy Mayne and Colonel Thomas Edward Lawrence, known as T.E Lawrence, were such figures. Mayne, a founding member of the Special Air Service, SAS, executed daring raids that disrupted enemy operations during World War II. Lawrence, an archaeologist turned military officer, played a pivotal role in the Arab revolt against Ottoman rule during World War I, employing guerrilla tactics that reshaped the Middle East. Yet, when the battle ceased and the world returned to peace, both men faced an internal war. The adrenaline that once fueled their missions was replaced by the monotony of civilian life. The physical aches and the psychological scars of combat lingered, unacknowledged and untreated. In the silence of peace, these heroes found themselves isolated, with no comrades to call upon, ultimately succumbing to the very solitude they had once defined. Their journeys echo that the pursuit of meaning in a seemingly indifferent universe can lead to existential despair. Mayne and Lawrence's post-war struggles exemplify this tension between the pursuit of glory and the search for personal peace. Born in Newtownards, County Down, Ireland in 1915, Mayne was a man of many talents. He excelled in rugby, earning caps for Ireland and the British and Irish Lions, and was an accomplished boxer and solicitor. With the outbreak of World War II, Mayne joined the British Army, eventually becoming founding member of the SAS. His leadership and bravery in North Africa and Europe were instrumental in the success of numerous missions. Despite being recommended for the Victoria Cross, he was awarded the Distinguished Service Order with 3 bars. Mayne's life illustrates the ideal of excellence achieved through virtuous and heroic action. However, his post-war experiences reveal the fragility of this ideal when confronted with the realities of peacetime. Thomas Edward Lawrence was born in Tremadog, Wales in 1888. A scholar and archaeologist, he became intimately familiar with the Middle East before World War I. During the war, he served as a liaison officer during the Arab revolt against Ottoman rule, leading guerrilla operations and coordinating with Arab leaders. His experiences were later chronicled in his book 7 Pillars of Wisdom, and his exploits earned him international fame. Despite their heroic status, both Mayne and Lawrence faced significant challenges after their military service. Mayne returned to Northern Ireland and resumed work as a solicitor, but he struggled with chronic back pain and the psychological toll of war. He became increasingly reclusive and died in a car accident in 1955. Lawrence, disillusioned by the political outcomes of the war, withdrew from public life. He enlisted under assumed names in the Royal Air Force and the Royal Tank Corps, seeking anonymity. Lawrence died in a motorcycle accident in 1935 at the age of 46. Their post-war experiences underscore Mayne's and Lawrence's inability to reconcile their internal states with their external realities, which led to their profound sense of isolation. The experiences of Mayne and Lawrence highlight the profound psychological impact of war. While the term post-traumatic stress disorder (PTSD) was not formally recognized during their lifetimes, their post-war struggles reflect symptoms associated with the condition. Their stories underscore the importance of acknowledging and addressing the mental health needs of veterans. Their struggles invite reflection on the human condition and the existential challenges faced when one's identity is deeply intertwined with roles that are no longer applicable. This aligns with Kierkegaard's exploration of despair as a misalignment between one's self and one's existence. Mayne and Lawrence's contributions to military history are undeniable. Their courage, leadership, and strategic brilliance continue to be studied and admired. However, their post-war experiences serve as a poignant reminder of the enduring effects of combat and the necessity of comprehensive support systems for returning soldiers. Their legacies prompt us to consider the concept of human flourishing and how it can be achieved when one's past is marked by trauma. It challenges us to think about how societies can support individuals in finding meaning and fulfillment beyond their former identities. In honoring the legacies of Paddy Mayne and T.E Lawrence, it is essential to recognize not only their wartime achievements, but also the personal battles they faced afterward. Their lives exemplify the complexities of heroism and the human cost of war. By understanding their full stories, we can better support those who serve and ensure that their sacrifices are met with the care and respect they deserve. We clearly see that, while the war on the outside has concluded, a war inside was still raging. Though the guns have fallen silent, the echoes of battle continue within, and that their greatest battles were not fought on the front lines, but within their own minds. We as individuals fight smaller battles. Even when they end and all things wrap up, we still carry their burden for years. These narratives compel us to reflect on the duality of human experience, the capacity for greatness and the susceptibility to suffering. They remind us that true honor lies not only in recognizing achievements, but also in acknowledging and addressing the profound personal costs that often accompany them. Thank you for watching.